Badass, I think, is unique in the sense that we do not give up on the dogs. Once we're committed to the dogs, we do not give up on them.
You know?
Yeah.
My name is Eva Armstrong, and I'm one of the directors of Badass Brooklyn Animal Rescue. We rescue highly adoptive dogs from high-volume kill shelters in the rural South, and we focus on rescuing, rehabilitating, and rehoming these dogs in New York City. Badass has rescued at this point, after 3 years, well over 1,400 dogs. Kenny and Rusty are two brothers, about 2 years old. They are Boxer Basset mixes, and we actually saved them from a family before they ended up in the shelter. They were going to the shelter, and we had some of us Southern volunteers and people that we work with pleading to take them. Obviously, with their crooked little legs and long, squatty bodies, we couldn't say no, so we did take Kenny and Rusty on. We noticed the first moment they came up that there was an issue. They were absolutely terrified. They were in their crates and they were barking and growling at anyone who even approached the crate. And it took us about 10 hours before anyone even dared to get them out of the crates. Both Kenny and Rusty are in board and train situations now. Rusty is with Bijan of B&B Dog Training.
Down. Good boy. It's the approach I take is to build a good foundation. And the way to build a good foundation is I start with like basic obedience things like sits and downs and the place command and recalls. But it actually helps that the dog stops whenever you stop. It sits down when you tell him to. It lays down when you tell him to. And with the place command, what we teach is that there's a duration time. So has to sit at one spot, and he has to stay at that spot for the entire time until he's released. This is a very hard exercise for a dog because they always want to be all over the place. But doing that helps them to relax, helps them to understand, okay, this is where I have to be, and it's a conscious decision they have to make the entire time.
So we're gonna take a little loop around and I'm gonna tell him to go to his place. Okay, Kenny, let's go. Kenny, place. Okay, so Kenny's supposed to stay even if I do a little jump over him, and of course that can make him nervous. But he's doing good, he's staying. And you can imagine this is very useful if you have kids running around the house, and this will solve, honestly, all kinds of problems in the house. He's not going to pee and poop in the house because he's laying in his place. He's not going to jump at your guests. He's not going to nip at the kids, chase the cat, steal the food off the table. So this is one of the simplest and most useful training tips I could give people, I believe. And Kenny's doing very good at this. It's now been half a year we've been working with them. They've become so much better, obviously. They can be around people and they love other dogs. They love to run and play with other dogs. They can live in a home just fine. There's just one lingering issue. They're scared of strangers. And there is a way of approaching them. You have to be very careful. You can't just bend over them.
This is all something when somebody takes him and he's committed to him, he's going to be amazing.
We try never to give up on a dog. We will work and work. And sometimes a dog ends up in rescue for well over a year before we can actually find them a home, but it's well worth it.